It's free order day. Woo! We got Krista Strating on the scene. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. People are saving big. They're winning big. And some people are getting a call from me, and I appear to be in a childhood bedroom. But that's okay. You know, we don't need to get caught up with those types of details. Krista Strating, you're here representing.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
We lost him.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, Krista, how's it going?
It's going. How are you?
I am doing great. I am ready to have a little bit of a break and eat a whole bunch of food. Can you tell the people here who don't know you and haven't seen you at competitions and such, who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, if you haven't seen a climbing competition, you might not know who I am. I am an arborist, a climbing arborist from Ontario, Canada, up in the north. And yeah, I've been kind of on the scene been an arborist for 15 years, but I've been kind of in the climbing scene for about 13. So yeah, it's been a good time. I've won a lot of competitions. I'm the current North American tree climbing champion. I've been holding that title for probably because of COVID. There he is. Hey, Nick.
I've been talking to myself for a while. I'm not sure what you guys covered. But I introed Krista, and then it just froze.
Nate Mosley says that he misses you.
Aw.
Oh, thanks, Nate.
No, not you.
Was he talking to Krista?
He was talking to Krista.
All right.
I'm sure he missed you.
This is the last time we invite her on the show. She's taken all the feelings and misses. I'm going to go back to what I was introing. We've got Krista Strating here representing Canada on our giveaway stream. We're here to talk about the 3 main ways to save during our Black Friday sale, and we're going to give some orders away. So, Cale, I don't know if you noticed, but this morning we just launched the full flash sale assortment. So all of our flash sales are now active. We had our final drop today, and you can buy those items for like 40 to 60% off. And if you want, you can stack a discount code. So you can use SWEET15, which gets you 15% off on top of the markdowns. It also gets you 15% off on anything on the website, even like a GRCS. Don't tell anybody I told you that, especially my boss. This is supposed to be excluded, but I unexcluded it, kind of. It's awkward.
Does Tom know you did that?
Shh, don't say his name.
Okay.
You might start watching. So you can do that, or you can get the flash sales, get all the other cool stuff we sell, and you can put in Super7. And Super7 puts you in the running to be one of a lot of pre-orders. So it's every 7th order gets a total refund. Krista, did you know that we've given over $100,000 in free orders away?
Just this year?
Not this year. Well, so going back 2 years in all the instances of this promo, but it's real. It is like a big number.
I remember watching this the last time and seeing all the giveaways, and I'm just like, how cool would that be to put in an order that you already needed and then find out that you got it all for free? That's like early Christmas.
That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put in your Super7, and you can be one of those people that's going to get a call. We've got some bigger winners today. We've got some people with some $300, $400 orders, I think, and then one quite large order, which hurts the pocketbook, but it's great for morale. And, who doesn't want to win a bunch of money? Before we make our first call, Krista, you were telling people who you were, but I missed it. Can you let our audience know a little bit about who you are and what your deal is?
Yeah, so for those tuning in or those who were listening and then Nick came back in and interrupted me. No, it's all good. Yeah, so I'm a Canadian, proudly up here in the north. No snow yet here, but it's trying. Yeah, I'm a climbing arborist full-time, and I like to compete on the side pre-COVID times. And yeah, I've met a lot of great people, including you, Nick, and Cale, through the climbing comps. And yeah, I guess currently as it sits, I'm a North American tree climbing champion and still the remaining Jambo champion with my team.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
And at one point, you were the 2nd best female climber in the world?
I've been second before.
Were you also first best once?
And then I got first.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like the one should like creep in from the side, like, oh, number one. I remember that. That was pretty awesome. How does it feel?
I remember you. I was in the tree in the Masters, feeling pretty good about this climb, and I'm trying not to jinx it, trying not to do anything stupid because it was going so well. And all I hear in the audience is, "Strating, this is your year."
How does it feel to be the best in the world at anything? I mean, I'm not the best in New Jersey at anything, much less the world.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, actually. It felt obviously fantastic to be the best amongst my colleagues, having tried to get that title and gotten pretty close before. But yeah, sometimes I'll be walking through the grocery store and I'll see a couple people and be like, they have no idea that I have been the best in the world at climbing trees.
Yeah, you should like have like a little badge and just like flash it at people. Like, all right, so I want to ask you a technical question, and then we're going to make a call. I'm awful at the throw ball. I tell everybody this. It's why we help popularize APTAs, right? So that you didn't have to be good at it. What's your best throw ball tip? We got a good set of tips from Taylor Hamill. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, okay. My best tip that I show my students, because I do teach also on the side, is using the double bag technique. So it's for those of you that maybe have a pretty decent shot. You can get it way up. You can maybe even shoot it over the tree, but your aim and accuracy is like so off every day. If you can shoot it up there, the trick of being able to use that first shot as kind of like a crane to lift another throw bag up and over and set it in the union you want can just turn any throw into an excellent shot. So that's my
cool.
first tip. Yeah.
We'll have to do an illustrated video, or maybe I'll have to do a video and get that set up, and we can help spread that knowledge. That's a cool one.
Oh yeah, it's a great trick.
Listen, let's jump right in and go ahead and call one of our winners, Cale. We're gonna do Zwicker.
Sure.
Zwicker, if you're watching, you're a winner, buddy. Zwicker went big, and I like that. Some people tend to go small, and when we call them and let them know that they won, they're like, "Are you kidding me? I only spent $100." Not Zwicker. Matt Z, he spent $1,813.
Woo!
Yeah, with the shipping and the tax. He's going to get it all back,
Nice.
and he's going to get his stuff for free. $1,800. That's a lot of money.
That's like $6,000 Canadian.
I think it's like $1 million Canadian.
Your call is forwarded.
All right, we're going to hang up on Matt. We'll give him a call back. One of the questions I have for you is, what is it like coming across the border? Because as an American, I imagine that the Canadian border is kind of like the wall in Game of Thrones. Do you like go through a tunnel, or do you climb over? What do you guys do?
Yeah, it depends on how legal you are to cross. Otherwise, you're just driving through. I remember a lot of times with my climbing comps, I'll fly, right? So the border control there is pretty straightforward. But when I go to Jambo, I usually drive because I'm bringing like so much gear, right?
Sure.
And they always ask what we're doing, and the American guards there, they're always very curious about what tree climbing is. So I've turned to now tell them more that I'm going on like a rock climbing adventure, and then they don't really care.
Okay. They're more familiar with that.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, cool, have fun." But tree climbing, they want to know all about it, and you're sitting there with this huge line of cars behind you, and you just want to get going.
Every time ever driven across an international border, I have had to get out of my car and have my whole car searched. Maybe it's the way I smell. I don't know. But they are always really interested in looking everywhere in my vehicle.
You don't look as trustworthy as Krista.
No, I mean, it's serious. Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you need to pull over there. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's okay. So
You have your own parking space there.
yeah, they see me coming. I've got some more questions that I want to ask. What do you think about the current state of DRT or MRS or whatever it's called today, and SRT or TRS or SRS or whatever the kids are calling it? What do you think? Where is it going? Is it going fast enough? What do you see?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. I think you're going to get different answers from everybody based on personal preference and exposure. Myself personally, I've been exposed to SRS for years now with the climbing comps and being introduced to different ways, even before the rope wrench came out, using stationary rope to enter the tree and then working the tree on double rope. So I've seen the evolution of it and how it's been applied in the tree. But now what I'm noticing with my students is that they want to jump straight into SRS, which I don't really know. Like, my opinion on it is, from my standpoint, I grew up, MRS and slowly transitioned to SRS. And I think some of the things that I learned with MRS has taught me to be better at SRS. So it's going to be really interesting to see the new generation of climbers come in and kind of maybe skip over the moving rope system and go straight into an SRS style of climbing and what effect that's going to have on them as climbers. So,
how do you feel like the adoption of it is going to influence the development, right? As we are seeing, you're starting to see some younger guys, younger gals taking over some of these really important guidance and safety roles at major corporations. Do you think that that's going to play a big role in seeing more development in these techniques in the future?
Yeah, potentially, just because the exposure is going to be higher, so people are going to be using it more. So it's going to have to be looked at more closely, especially when it comes to different anchor points and the kind of dangers that it can come with climbing SRS. But I think our industry is starting to kind of blend and mold with rope access more now that we've been getting into stationary rope techniques. So I think maybe more the fact that the rope access world is kind of looking at us and we're looking at them, and we're trying to kind of put our heads together, because some of the things they're doing are like way safer with, using two lines,
Right.
both stationary, but yeah, so I'm really interested to see what happens there.
Well, to the rope access world, give them a little nod when they're looking at us. Let's go ahead. I want to make. I want to call. We'll try to call Zwicker again. He was a big winner. I really want to tell him that he won $1,700 or something like that.
He's probably still working, trying to pay off that order.
He doesn't have to.
He doesn't know.
Point.
Yeah, he doesn't know that yet.
This is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, dude, I'm doing awesome, man. This is Nick Bonner calling from TreeStuff. I got Krista Strating here, the best female climber in the world, and in my heart. And we've also got Cale Royer. And we're calling about your order. There was actually a problem with it. You placed it. I think you spent like $1,800 or something, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How come? Can I ask you how come you didn't use the 15% off discount code? I mean, like, what person in their right mind walks away from like a $240 discount?
Well, sometimes you got to take a risk, right?
You got to take a risk because you're going for a reward or something?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for taking our call. You didn't win, but I just wanted to know why you passed up on the discount. No, I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding with you, man. You won. That was mean.
That was so mean.
Yeah, you're going to get your order completely for free. You're not going to pay the tax, shipping, any of the stuff for the items. It'll come to your door, and boom, you'll get a refund on your credit card.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for being a good sport. I apologize for taking a crack at you there, but I just couldn't resist.
Well, no, man, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the personal call. This is really cool, man.
Yeah. Hey, can you tell us and our audience a little bit about your tree service, about what you do?
We don't actually do tree service. It's actually getting some fall arrest equipment, some other things to do some work on some steel towers. But you guys just have the right equipment. So
Wow, very cool. You're a tower hand. I used to be a tower hand.
really,
Yeah. I did a lot of microwave spinning and a lot of site audits. So I would like go up and take a lot of pictures and things like that. And then I did a lot of back when 4G installs were going up, a lot of 4G site installs.
oh, cool, yeah. So lots of time aloft then,
Yeah, it was.
not in trees.
Yeah, it was above the trees, right? That was before I did tree work, actually. And when you're on the towers, they say it doesn't start to get windy until you get above the trees. And when I started doing tree work, they were like, "Are you scared of the heights?" And I was like, "Not even very high." I was like, "This is so close to the ground. I mean, even in an 80-foot tree, you're not even remotely as high as you are in most towers." So
Oh, for sure. But I guess anything above 50 feet is equally dangerous, right?
it totally is. Yeah, absolutely.
Not the same psychology though.
But there's a little bit more, I think, of a danger from injury when you're up on the tower, like as opposed to being like a fall is going to get you no matter what. But if you hurt yourself up on the tower, it can be a lot harder, I think, to self-evacuate. That's probably not the right term. To self-rescue from way up there. But anyways, hey, I digress. Matt, I hope that you have a really great holiday, and I really appreciate you shopping with us. I do want to let you know that we've had like a dozen people in the past have won twice. People, a lot of times when they win, they
Wow.
they double down, and just we give away so many free orders that that a lot of people have won twice. So I recommend, my professional recommendation is let it ride, man.
Do it again.
Keep ordering. Okay, I will. You'll see another order from me in a couple weeks, I think, for the rest of the kit. So
That's great. Hey, have a great day, Matt, and really enjoy the holiday and stay safe out there, okay?
all right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Cool.
Matt had a great voice. He could have been on the radio.
He did have a good voice. Yeah.
He had a great voice. I kind of wanted to keep
We just
talking.
talked about rope access, and the first order went to a guy on rope access. That's crazy.
You know what? We're equal opportunity order giveawayers.
Mhm.
We don't care what you're using the stuff for.
Yeah.
Give it to you for free, no matter what.
Hey, an order is an order.
Okay, so you're obviously one of the best female climbers in the world. At TreeStuff, we have really tried to help create visibility to the fact that there are just a ton of women out here working this job, busting ass, and doing it. I want to ask you two things. One, what would you say to the people, all the women out there that are either thinking about being a tree climber or are maybe wondering, is this right for me? Or like, why are all these guys such assholes? That kind of thing. What do you say? What do you say to the women out there in the field?
Well, I say do it. This industry is amazing. Don't let one bad experience change your mind on this industry as a whole, for sure. Not all companies are bad, and for sure not all guys are bad. I've worked with a ton of dudes that are super helpful, very promoting of women and anyone in the industry that wants to learn. And just get involved with a company that recognizes people that want to, get better at what they're doing and be more professional. So work for a company that's safe, has insurance, that kind of thing, and encourages their new climbers or new workers to go to school, get educated, that kind of thing. And if you found that, perfect. And then on top of that, like, try to get involved in the industry with the ISA, go to the conferences and meet people, because networking can really open up a lot of doors for you. And maybe even be able to meet some other women, like say like myself and any of the women I've noticed meeting at all these conferences and TCIA Expo and things like that. They're all very, very helpful, friendly, very encouraging. They'll hook you up. They'll set you need to work a day here or there, they'll call friends and get you work. So get involved and network.
It's great. Now, there are actually some events, right? There's some female climbing events. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so actually I'm wearing a sweater from the Women's Tree Climbing Workshop. That's an organization put on by a bunch of badass women. The Levangie sisters, they started this group to help create an environment to teach women how to climb without any kind of distraction, that being maybe someone that's a little bit intimidating, or just literally there's no men there. It's the only all-female, taught by all-female instructors. We have a lot of men that come and help volunteer and set up. We have a lot of men that help donate money, donate prizes, donate gear. So it's not all-female, but yeah, then we're like, okay, you got to go now. And wow, what an environment! It's crazy, the difference coming from someone who does instruct men and women all the time. To see how the women react to that environment is just, it's very powerful and very special. So yeah, if any women are out there and you want to learn how to climb and you've never even touched a harness, sign up for the Women's Tree Climbing Workshop, because it's intense, it's crazy, it's worth it, and it's a great environment to learn and get started.
Can we share your email address?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so if you're interested and you want to reach out to Krista, Cale will put her email address up on the screen here shortly. I imagine you can check that out. I was going to ask Krista one more question on this topic, but I'm actually just going to answer the question for her, because I don't want to put her on the spot to be rude. But it seems like about once a month, some jerk has to ask us why we're featuring women and not featuring men. Give it a rest, all right? We've been featuring men across the industry forever, and it's tired, and you just look like an ass. So you can just give that a rest, please. I'm so tired of seeing these comments. I get on there and try to tell people off. It's just infuriating.
You should just start a feature where you can feature them.
Yeah, right. Let's go ahead. Let's make our next call. I want to. Oh, my computer is going very slow here. All right, we're gonna call Kevin Wright. Kevin won nearly $300. He placed a $278 order, but with tax and shipping, it came to $298. He, instead of taking the, oh my God, that's a very large gift.
Yeah, that's just right in the middle.
Instead of taking a 15% discount, which you can use the Sweet 15 code to double down your discount on top of all of our flash sales or any item we sell, he elected to use the Super7 code. And that gave Kevin a 1 in 7 chance of getting a completely free order from us. And lo and behold, Kevin won. Let's try to get him on the phone, and we'll tell him.
Oh, boy.
Hello, this is Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. This is Nick Bonner.
Yeah.
Krista Strating and Cale Royer calling from TreeStuff.com. You're live on our broadcast right now, just to let you know. Did you place an order with us in the last day or two?
Yeah.
Can I ask you, you chose not to use the 15% off discount code, the Sweet 15?
Uh-huh.
Why did you pass up $45 discount? Can I ask you that?
For a chance to get the whole order for free.
Oh, well, you know what, Kevin? Sometimes when you put it all on the line, you win, and you're going to get a $298.52 refund from us. You're also going to get all your stuff for free.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it? I never get tired of telling people they get free stuff. Hey, listen, tell our audience.
Wonderful.
Tell our audience a little bit about your business. Do you own your own business? Do you work somewhere? What do you do?
Yeah, no, me and my buddy, my partner, we own a small business. We do. There's about 6 guys in our crew in total. It's been a big year for putting a lot back into it and growing things. We work out of the Indianapolis, Indiana area.
Oh, great.
And pretty much a lot of the eastern suburbs over on that side.
Oh, neat. let me ask you, how long have you guys been in business on your own?
Him and I have been working together for the last 5 years. He did it by himself for a couple of years before that. So.
I know that the tree work and tree world is a very entrepreneurial business. A lot of people strike out on their own, and I know that can be a terrifying thing. Can you share with our audience like how you kind of reconciled going from, you know, working for somebody else to working for yourself? What made you make that jump?
You know, to be perfectly honest, at the time, he needed someone to climb trees, and I was looking for something to do. So, you know, through just kind of spending some time doing it, you know, fell in love with the work. For a while before that, I had been working at a job and was not, let's just say it doesn't really fit my personality type to be sitting in a desk all day. So.
Well, that's great. I think to me, in a lot of ways, tree work represents the American dream, right? If you're willing to work hard and do it, you can go out on your own with as little as a saw and a pickup truck, and you can build an empire. And I just think that's so cool. And I'm psyched for you and your business. And I'm really happy to be calling you and giving you free money. And yeah, I tell everybody, I'm the audience is tired of hearing it, but you haven't heard it. We have had over 12 people win twice in the history of doing this promotion. So I highly recommend that you double down, because you could be another Super 7 winner. We've got new flash sales we just launched today. So there's a bunch of new items in there that maybe you haven't seen. And you can check that out. We'll have those items on sale with an opportunity to get a free order all the way through Cyber Monday. So definitely check it out. All right.
Cool.
Hey,
totally,
thanks.
Will do, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for taking our call, and I hope you have a really happy Thanksgiving.
All right, wonderful. You guys too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers.
Take care.
Yeah, excellent. Woo!
That was great.
Another winner. We're just giving cash away here. Krista, I have another question on my list. You, as a we had Mark Chisholm on yesterday, and we asked him the same question.
Mm-hmm.
We also declared Mark Chisholm as the boss, and we've downgraded Bruce Springsteen to the other boss. So,
that's correct.
Yeah, just in case you didn't hear. And he called out P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, for stealing one of Nick Array's crew members' sweatshirts while they were working on P. Diddy's estate. And I just think that that's wrong, and I hope that Puff Daddy returns that jacket. But anyways, listen, you're a competitor. You're a world-class competitor. You obviously love the ISA events. I think the ISA has done more for tree climbing competition than anybody. But if you had the magic pencil and you could change one thing about their competitions, if they would just listen to you, which they should, what would you change about the ISA events and format?
Ooh, that is a really good question. I think since they took the static footlock event out and replaced it with the ascent event, so you can still footlock if you want, but now it's like blown up and everybody's using all kinds of cool gear and it's just fantastic. I like the format. Maybe one thing I've thought about, being someone that's gone into the Masters before, I know they used to carry your score over from the preliminaries into the Masters. So you kind of, if you have like a super badass weekend, but then kind of crap the bed in the Masters, you don't walk away with 0 points. And then if someone doesn't do great in the prelims and then spanks the Masters, you could maybe be closer to them than you thought you were, kind of thing. I thought maybe that would be cool to bring that back. But otherwise, okay. I kind of like the format just because there's other competitions that you can go into, like Jambo, where you get something different. I like the consistency of the ITCC. And the one thing I'd want to change is like make it more like Jambo, where you get to like stay on the site and set up a tent and like have more community instead of going back to your hotel and everybody disappears and it's all like can be kind of serious. I'd want it to be more of a big camp out.
So more party.
More party. Yep, for sure. Yeah.
Who's going to argue with that? Certainly not me.
Nope.
And not any tree person, guy or gal that I've ever met. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're partying folk. Let's kick right into our next call. I promised we would be done by 5 o'clock. I'm not going to make it, but I'm going to try like heck. We're going to make one attempt to call Lee Pinnett here and let him know that he won $300 the day. I don't know if it's the day won $327. It's just crazy to me. I love that people take the chance. They pass up again a $40, $50 discount, and boom, it pays off. And I want to give some credit. Nobody ever complains that they didn't win this one, and I like that.
Yeah.
You know, people are always like, well, what if they cancel their order? And you know, and I'm like, people don't do that, man. You know, in general, people are honest.
Yeah.
You have reached Lee and Sarah Panay in Victory Hill Farm. We are either outside or in town. Please leave a message.
We'll leave them a message.
At the tone, please record your message.
Do you
when
want to
you
leave the
finish
message,
recording,
Krista?
you may hang up or press 1 for more
Yeah, you
options.
tell them they got a free order.
To leave a callback number, press 5.
Is this Lee? We are calling from TreeStuff.com to just inform you that your order that you put in last week was free. So yeah, just so you know, your order of over $300 is completely refunded, including the shipping and the taxes. So whatever you ordered, enjoy it. It's free. Maybe put in another one, see if you win again. Anyway, congratulations.
Hey, thanks for ordering. Bye. Wow. I just had a kind of scary moment. I work in an office chair all the time, and this is not actually my office chair. And I leaned back, and it goes way farther back than my chair does. And I thought I was going down. I mean,
Oh, that would have been
honestly,
really
I saw my children in front of me.
flash before your eyes.
I was really scared. Hey, let's wrap. Krista, you are an inspiration to climbers across the world. I think that I know I just want to be more like you, and I wish that all the climbers I met were more like you. If you are out there and you want to get some inspiration, drop Krista an email. Her email address has been flashing in abnormally large text across the screen. Thank you, Cale. And if you're a lady, a woman, a young girl, and you looking for a mentor, give Krista a call and get into that network. There is absolutely a place for you in this industry, and there is just such a huge group of badass women out here every day working it and killing it, and you need to get involved with that. So check it out. If you haven't shopped at TreeStuff yet this Black Friday, do it. We got our biggest discounts of the year. We're giving free orders away. We have a ton of flash sale items. You can stack a discount on top of that and just take the cash if you don't want to play the game. And I don't blame you. But yeah, buy something, buy often, and stay healthy, right? Is that it? Did I cover everything, Cale?
Mosley wants to know if you have any new ink.
Ink?
Oh.
Yeah, not you, Krista.
If I got any new tats?
Yeah.
I do not.
Oh, I don't have any tats.
If anyone has an idea for my next tat, you let me know.
I have a
was
whole.
thinking of just getting the TreeStuff logo like in the exact same place so that like I could show you my shirt and then pull my shirt off, or just be like do one of these and have it like have you the writing there. That would be wild, right? Like if I pulled my shirt down and then the writing was in black.
No, Nick, I think you're supposed to put that like just right at the lower part of your back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's like a non-standard thing. That would be like new. People don't do that or anything.
Yeah, no, they're in right now.
Okay. It'd be really unique for me, I feel like. I would almost be starting a new trend.
You would be
Call
starting.
it like a tree stamp or something.
Ah.
A tree stamp. A wood stamp. A wood stamp.
I like the tree stamp.
Tree stamp? Okay. All right. Well, hey, listen, I may or may not have a tree stamp the next time I see you guys and gals. But look, we're taking tomorrow off. We're not broadcasting on Thursday, but the sales are on, okay? The deals are on. People are still going to be winning free orders tomorrow, but we're going to make more calls on Friday. We'll have more people to call and let them know. And, yeah, that's it. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And this is where we wave at the camera. Woo!